Hi everybody! Thanks for checking out the video today. This is going to be a WIP and Chat, which you can already see from the title. I need to use my cover minder here to peel this back. I am still working on Paris Memories by Robert Finale, artlicensing.com, which is a Dreamer design kit. I am trying to push to get this one done. I am probably 60-ish% done. It's been a slow project for me. Uh-oh, wrong way. So I'm going to try to get this done in like a week. I put in a lot of time. Why is this so hard? Yesterday. And I'm going to put in quite a bit more time today, even after the WIP and Chat, I hope. And we shall see how far I get. Oh, I hope everybody is doing well. I am doing pretty well, but I am super sore right now. It was all I could do to rip myself off the couch to come film this video because I went on a really long hike today. And I don't have an intro today about Montana, but I will have some photos that I will add. So you will see some, if you came here wanting to see a few Montana pictures, you will be able to see a few. Today happens to be, I'm filming this on Tuesday. It is my husband's birthday. And so he gave me a bunch of options as to what he wanted to do for his birthday and let me pick, and I'm a crazy person and picked the worst one. Let me see if I can remember what the options were. I know one was to do a canoeing trail. Like, I'd never done one of those before, but it's like a boat trail, right? So you drop your canoe in, and I think I need to adjust this over a little bit so you can see the full side here. Yep. So you canoe from a spot, and then you canoe down this. It's not really a river. It's more like a little creek. And you pull out at Sealy Lake, which is in the Swan Valley. And so that was one of them. Another one, there was 4 total. Okay, you can tell that was the other one I really considered because I don't remember the other 2. But the one that I picked was doing this hike, which is a hike we've done part of before, but I really like to try to get to alpine lakes, so lakes way up in the mountains, and they're hard to get to. They're always like high up, and a lot of times, not a lot of times, but a couple times I've gotten to a point where it was like an open cliff next to me and I just didn't feel comfortable. And I've had a little bit of problems with fear of open exposures in the last couple of years. So that's hindered me a little bit, but I have not gotten to an alpine lake this summer since we moved to Montana. So I took him up on the do that hike, and we did. We left at about just after 9 this morning. We started, oops, that was the wrong place. We started hiking. I can't talk and do anything else at the same time, apparently. Let me try to fix these. Get in there. So we left at 9, just after 9 in the morning to do the hike, and the first probably half mile is about straight up the side of a mountain, and then you make a turn to the right, and it's a really pretty view of the valley, and then you go over a little creek, and then you make a very sharp left, and you proceed to go straight up a mountain. So the elevation of the Swan Valley is around, I'm told by my husband, 4,500 feet above sea level. And so we went up and we went up and we went up. And I am starting to get nervous because I'm thinking, where is this lake? And when I'm hiking, because of kind of this fear of open exposures I just look at the trail. Like I don't want to trip, and I don't want to look up and see just what would be a gorgeous view, but I just don't want to see it because I'm afraid that it's going to send me, like I've had like a couple, I don't know, to me they felt like panic attacks during hikes as a result of these exposure views. So I just was like keeping my head down, but in the back of my mind I'm thinking I'm going to have to come down this. And I mean, it is like super steep, straight up. And the saving grace for me was it was still kind of in the woods. So I don't like when there's no trees between me and like going all the way down the mountain. Like if it looks anything like a cliff, I do not like it. So this one happened to be still in the trees. And so I was okay today. But I mean, we're just going up, 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 and we would stop and we'd be like, we can see the top of the mountain, and then we keep going, and then it wouldn't have been the top. There's like another turn and more that you have to go through. So after we hiked up this mountain, and I mean, I'm not in like the most amazing shape, right? I'm in okay, like probably okay to poor shape. And so I'm taking like, I count my steps. Like I'm taking like 25 to 50, maybe 75 steps before I stop and take a break. Because I will put a picture in that will show the view that we had. And it's not necessarily going to show you how steep it is because I just don't think that the camera picks that up very well. But hopefully it'll give you an idea. When I say we were going pretty much straight up, I am not kidding. I had hiking poles, which I think that was the first time that I just got them when we moved here. And I think this was the first hike where I don't think I could have done it without them. My husband does not have hiking poles. He didn't think that they were anything that he wanted, wasn't concerned with it. And I think he now wants hiking poles after today because it really did help a lot on the parts where you're going up to propel yourself a little bit more. But I think the more important part was like on the way down helping. So we just got to a point today after we hiked for, I believe it was 2 hours and 20 minutes, he said. And then we kind of stopped and I said, hey, can you like go up a little bit further and see if it's just over the next knoll? Because if it is, like I'm going to keep going. But otherwise, I am really getting tired. And the other thing was he left to go meet a business, like someone he knows from his past job, randomly is in Montana right now. So he went to meet them for a drink, and you know, we didn't want to be scrambling back. I didn't want to be worried about him missing that or not getting there because, you know, it's, even though this guy's in town, it's still like an hour away because, you know, no one typically is going to be in the Swan Valley. That would just be really crazy. A crazy coincidence. So I decided, okay, it's disappointing because like I wanted to get to the lake, but at the same time, I just, you know, wanted to be able to get down because the whole time I'm going up, I'm thinking I'm going to have to slide down or scoot myself down some of these portions that are so steep on my butt. That was what I was thinking because I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get down some of these parts. And so we decided to come back down, came back down. And I mean, the downhill was way worse than the uphill. I am 45. My husband turned 43 today. And, you know, it's hard on the knees. So I was going very slow using both of my trekking poles. My husband, made himself a makeshift trekking pole with a limb. And I'm glad he was able to do that because I don't know how he would have gotten down. I mean, as it was, we both slid several times in the dirt, because there was combination of dirt and rocks on the trail. We both slid a couple times. Neither of us fell. So that was good. But yeah, I told him the next time we're at a store, I think you need to get some trekking poles. And he said, yeah, I think you're right. So, I don't know exactly how long it took us to get down. I'm guessing it took probably the same amount of time it took to get up, even though on the way up we were taking many more breaks. On the way down, I was just being so cautious and trying to go slow and steady. So, and then we got back here and both took showers, and I don't know. He took my car to go meet this friend because my car's an automatic and his is a stick shift, and he was afraid that he wasn't going to be able to press the clutch for the stick shift. So that kind of explains the level of soreness that he and I have right now. I mean, I'm wondering whether I'm even going to be able to walk properly tomorrow. And I've done that to myself before, hiking up here, where I've just been like limping around for a few days. And if that's what happens, that's what happens. The view up there was pretty amazing, and it's still like a little bit hazy from fire smoke. So on a really clear day, it would have been even better. Also, the leaves are just starting to turn here. I've seen some yellow leaves. I haven't really seen any orange or red leaves, but I can only imagine how pretty it's going to be in a couple weeks. And I'm getting into the fall mood. Like, the temperature has dropped here a little bit. I mean, I'm wearing a hoodie right now with the hood up because I'm cold. It's not that cold outside. It's in the 70s. But this house that we're renting, like, it just does not... It's always colder in here than it is outside. So, as you can tell, I'm doing a big swath. I've just been kind of going across the whole thing. I think the way I've been doing it, I'll take like the rest of the diamond painting and I'll kind of two sections. There's gonna be a whole bunch of color blocking at the top in the sky, and I am hoping that that's going to allow me to really speed up on this diamond painting as I go. It's been slow going. Part of that's been gapping. Part of it's just been me doing other things, being out of town. So I have not watched Lizette's video yet. I know she completed this. I think it was Crystal said something about that she didn't think it was gappy. I 100% know that Lizette is a better placer than me. So I am going to watch that video before I do the post review and see what she has to say about it. For me, it's definitely gappy, but I'll show you kind of in the post review in a week or two. I'll show you the final version and do some close-ups to kind of show you where I'm at. But yeah, it's probably, if she says she didn't have any problem with it, it must just be me. But yeah, I'm getting into the fall spirit. Happy to see the end of summer. No air conditioning can be fun at night. I ordered I'm a big candle person. I always love to have seasonal candles. So I got 4 candles on Amazon. I think they were like pumpkin spice probably, or pumpkin apple, cider. I can't remember what the other one, maybe vanilla was the last one. But so those are going to be here on Friday, and I am pumped to start burning fall candles because I bought 4 candles at Costco soon after we moved here, and I'm almost through them. They were pretty good sized candles, but they didn't actually smell that good, but they were really good price. So, and then we're, the fall here, while beautiful, I don't think is going to be long. We shall see. I am we're kind of starting to prepare for winter. I mean, not kind of, we are preparing for winter. I ordered snow boots that are supposed to be here today because I used to have snow boots at some point in Indiana or Virginia, but I must have gotten rid of them because I can't find them. And, you know, I lived in Texas for 6 years, did not need them even, like, there was no point at which I needed snow boots ever in Texas. And so I ordered some snow boots that we'll see. We'll see. They're kind of fashiony snow boots. I really don't care about the fashion of snow boots, but it was just like what I could find that I liked, that I thought would be functional. It's much more for me about functionality at this point of my life. I mean, I am 45 and I am about to embark on my first winter in Montana and my first winter anywhere cold, I would argue since 2017, because I moved out of Indiana in like January of 2018. So that doesn't really count. And I moved to Virginia, and Virginia was not as cold. So yeah, they're waterproof, but they have like shearling in them, but they're like buff color, which in my experience, I think all of my snow boots that I've ever had have been like gray or black. So we will see. Did you all know that, what is it called? Uggs. Uggs make snow boots. I didn't buy them from Uggs. I bought them from a company that I think is called Sorrel, but I almost bought some Ugg snow boots. Was not aware that they made boots. So if you're in the market, they had some cute ones. I did find some on sale. I've been trying to do that since I moved here because I knew there was going to be quite a few things that I needed to buy for purposes of the winter that I didn't have. So I already bought a hat. I already bought a parka. That was good because that was like 75% off, I want to say. It was like a $550 coat originally. So I'm happy about that. I got the snow boots coming. I still need gloves. I have a scarf. I have boots. I don't know. I feel like I'm still forgetting something. Oh, I need to get... I can't believe I'm saying this, but I need to get... I think they're called crampons. They're things that clip to your shoes that have teeth on them so that you don't slip on ice. I think that color is good for this kind of area right now. And everyone that I've run into here has said, make sure you get crampons because you will slip and fall on the ice and hurt yourself. I am not trying to do that. The other thing that I need to get are snowshoes. Has anybody ever snowshoed who listens to this channel? I have never snowshoed. I don't even know that I've ever seen snowshoes in person. What color do I want to do next? Why don't we do this little flower? Because I've been going walking twice a week with a bunch of women, and in the winter, apparently they go snowshoeing. And in addition to that, where is that flower? Why is it that the symbol that you're looking for, you can never see? There it is. So they go snowshoeing. In addition to that, I need snowshoes. Like if we want to go walk our property or whatever, you're going to slide. Or not slide, you're going to sink into the snow. Snowshoes, I guess, they're elongated and they help spread out your weight or something. I mean, I am not an expert on this at all. And you can basically walk across the snow without sinking in when you're wearing them. So I need to get those, and I also need to get some cross-country skis. I really like cross-country skiing. I used to do that when I was a kid in Ohio, and there's like not too far from here, there is a groomed cross-country ski trail. It's a great workout. So yeah, I mean, the amount of gear that I've had to purchase since we moved here is ridiculous. Like between the float and now just like winter. So I don't know if I'll end up getting skis and snowshoes this year. Maybe I'll just get one. the other. I'd probably get snowshoes and not skis if I was going to do one or the other. But yeah, if you live in a cold area or know anything about snowshoes and have a recommendation on brands, let me know. Put that in the comments. I would be shocked if anyone does, but I would still be very interested. In addition to that, we are currently working on getting our firewood situation in order. It's funny, if anybody listens to, which I'm sure a lot of you do because their channel's huge, Daphne from Diamond Painting Anonymous, she's talking about a lot of the same things I'm talking about with the firewood, and how many cords, and you know, wood stove. This rental is primarily heated through a wood stove, and the house that we're building is going to have a wood stove, and we're hoping that we're going to be able to primarily heat that home through the wood stove as well. But it's a good test living here to kind of see like how much of a pain is the wood stove. Like, do you have to get up at 2 in the morning and put more wood in? Does it get, I mean, I don't know. I've never used a wood stove in my life. It's supposed to get down into the low 60s for a high this week, and I told my husband, like, we need to have a test run on this wood stove. Number one, we need to make sure it works. So if it doesn't, we've got time for the landlord to get it fixed, and I need to understand like what to do. And he's laughing at me and saying, well, you just have to open the flue and then start the fire. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know how to open the flue. So nonetheless, we need to figure this out, because I mean, if wood heat is not fun, we're also going to have a furnace in our home that we're building. So, I mean, we'll have that, but again, if it should be cheaper to heat from the wood stove. Like, so for example, this year we ordered 6 cords of wood. We have not gotten that full amount yet because it comes in truckloads and my husband needs time to stack it up into the woodshed. And right now we have like a huge pile. I'll go take a picture of it and put a photo in, because like I never knew what a cord of wood looked like. I mean, I'd heard the terminology, but I just didn't have much reference for it. So I'll go take a picture when I'm done filming this, and I'll put a picture in of what it's probably like, maybe 3 cords, and some of it's stacked and some of it's not, but we're maybe about halfway done through our order. I know the guy called yesterday and asked my husband if he could come deliver another load, and my husband's like, no, I haven't even had a chance to stack the whole amount that you delivered last time. Okay, I thought it would be easier just to show you rather than take a photo and video, but that's the woodshed. It's stacked up. I would say that's probably 8 feet tall, and it's 2 rows deep right now. But here's the rest of the wood. Like, all that still has to be stacked up. That's probably 3 feet high, and here's little scraps, but all that has to be stacked up, and there's more truckloads to come. So, yeah, hopefully we are not going to run out of firewood, y'all. So that 6 cords of wood, I guess, is going to cost $1,200, which is a lot, right? But if you think about, so this house is not huge. I think it's about 2,000 square feet is what the landlord said, and that seems about right to me. If you think about, you know, what would your heating bill be in Montana in the winter? I don't know. And maybe we'll have wood left over. I mean, we opted on the side of having too much. We don't want to run out, because that would, you know, that wouldn't be good. But so we've done that. And it's funny because like everyone up here gets to a point where they have to kind of determine, do they have enough wood for the winter? I think in about a week, maybe 2 weeks, we're going to go and help volunteer to, cut up, split firewood and deliver it to people in the area. I'm not sure if it's like people in need or if it's elderly people, but the church that we're going to has a program where they do that. So we're going to go do that. I mean, it's a big deal up here to make sure you have enough wood to get yourself through the winter. And I get it. I'm sure I'll get it more after the winter happens. But yeah, it's, oh gosh, Erica, you just really messed up that placement. Let's see if I can fix that. So I've been getting to know some people around here, which has been fun. A lot of people have invited us to do things. Like we went over for wine and cheese to someone's house that I have been walking with on Friday, which was a lot of fun. They have a beautiful home, log cabin, and it's interesting to hear. They actually use the same builder that we're using, so it's interesting to hear their experience. And then also it's good to get ideas. We're to the point where our house is pretty much, it's designed, right? Like what it's going to look like on the outside is done, but you can always make changes if you really thought that somebody did something in a way that you preferred. Is that done? Yeah. I mean, there's some more over there, but you guys aren't going to see that, are you? No. Okay. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, they have a beautiful house. They had like a theater room and a workout room and gorgeous views. So that was fun to see. And then when I was walking on Monday, another woman was talking about inviting us over for dinner. So we'll probably be doing that on Friday, I think. And then on Saturday, we've been invited to go to a football game for, what do I want to do next? Do I want to do the ridiculous glow in the dark? Oh, they're so hard to see. I don't. Let me do that when I'm not filming. Let's go with these half moons. Oh no, I don't have enough of those, and I don't want to open a bag with you all. What about the J's? Do I have a significant amount of J's? Well, that's how many J's there are, so I'm guessing that's all there's going to be. Yeah, so we're going to the University of Montana, which is in Missoula, and they're playing, I believe it's South Dakota State. I have no idea about Montana Grizzlies football. It's very big here, as that's typical. It is most places. Every area has their team. So we're doing that. So that'll be interesting because the only football games I went to a UK game, University of Kentucky football game once, when they played South Carolina. But that's been like, I was in law school, which I graduated from law school 20 years ago. Other than that, I've only been to Big Ten football games. I went to Indiana. I am not really a big football fan, but at least when I had tickets, I'm a basketball fan. And I used to have season tickets to Indiana basketball. And at that time, which I haven't had them since we moved to Texas, or I guess since we moved to Virginia, at that time you had to buy football tickets pretty much in order to get basketball tickets because their football team was so bad that that was the only way they were going to sell tickets. So I've only been to Big Ten games. And so I'm interested. I don't even know what conference University of Montana is in, if I'm honest. But I have heard that it is a major, huge deal around Missoula for there to be a football game. And like everything's sold out. So we're not going to stay down there. The game's at 1 o'clock, which is good because then we will be able to drive home before it gets dark. I mean, I drove home from the friend's house with the cheese and wine the other day, and it's kind of scary. It's so dark. There are so many animals up here. Like, people are hitting deer all the time. And, you know, the bears are more active at night. Now the bears are preparing for hibernation, so they're out more, gathering food, eating constantly. So I get a little, my husband's like, you don't need to live in fear. And I'm like, I'm not living in fear. I'm living in reality. Like, it's somewhat more dangerous to drive at night than it is during the day. Is that all the J's there are? That cannot be all the J's there are around here. I guess it is. It will not fail. As soon as I change this out, I'm gonna see a million J's that I missed. Let me do the 9s. I think that's an AB. That might be the last color I do for this WIP and Chat, because I feel like there's been a lot going on in my life lately, so I've had more to talk about. But often, you know, no matter how many things are going on in my life, I can only talk for so long, because I want you all to be entertained, or at least engaged. And so I don't like to go too long. I know WIP and Chats are supposed to be like an hour. I don't know if this one will be an hour or not. I just kind of talk until I don't have anything else to talk about. So I have been working on confession. Like, still have not gotten this house like totally set up, and we've been here for almost 2 months. So we have 2 guest bedrooms here, but we're using one. My husband's using one for an office, and the other one that we will be using for a guest bedroom, not set up at all. There's like, I haven't even gone in there once since we moved here. Like, I know there's a bed in there that we need to set up. I don't even know. I think there's a chair, there's a rug, I think, nightstands, but like, we need to, I was on a cleaning kick, right? So I cleaned like the entire kitchen, bathroom, living room yesterday. And I'm trying to, like, my husband is kind of a slob. Hate to say it, but it's true. So I'm trying to pick up. I'm not a lot better than him, but I am better than him. So I'm trying to keep the house tidy. It's a smaller house than we've had, so it's easy for things to just stuff, right? Just to pile up, especially when I monopolize the entire dining table for diamond painting. Did I call it the diamond table? I hope not. I'm tired. That hike did me in, y'all. But so that is next on my list of this weekend. I need to, probably on Sunday. Oh, but then there's football on Sunday. Oh my gosh. I need to get that set up. We have friends of ours. We have friends of ours who actually own the property next to us, coming for New Year's, and I know we're nowhere near there, but I will feel better if that bedroom is just set up and is clean. And obviously I'll clean it again before they come, several times, but we need to get that done. We've been here long enough. It's getting ridiculous. But then, yeah, it's football. Are you all watching? Do you watch NFL football? If you do, let me know what team you root for. And because I need to know what team to root for, because I do watch NFL football, but I am the worst fair weather fan that you've ever seen. And I fully admit it. I mean, I'm diehard Indiana basketball fan, right? But that's it. Everything else, I'm really like fickle, and I can go either way. That also diehard watching the Olympics, which P.S. the Olympics are coming up in February, and I'm super excited about it. So I right now, don't judge me, but I right now am a Chiefs fan, and it's only because of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I fully admit it. In the past, I was a Patriots fan because of Tom Brady. And then for a hot minute, I tried to be a Bengals fan because I liked, who's their quarterback? I don't even remember his name right now. He's still the quarterback. Joe Burrow. But then he got hurt. This was like a couple years ago. And so I was like, well, I can't be a fan of theirs anymore. But so, right. I bounce around, which is not cool. I get it. But I'm guessing that Travis Kelce's probably on his last year this year. So I am preemptively considering, it's just more fun to me if you're like rooting for a team. And so I'm preemptively considering another team to root for. And I've got some thoughts, right? Like, I grew up pretty close to Detroit. It was about 40 minutes away. So I'm thinking maybe I should root for Detroit. But I watched them play Sunday, and it was not the greatest. So I'm like, okay, I could root for the Detroit. That's one. I could root for, suppose I could root for Cincinnati or Cleveland, since I'm from Ohio. I lived in Indianapolis for a long time. I could root for them, but I have to be honest, like, I had some clients who are Colts players, and all but one of them was not my favorite, so I don't think I'll be rooting for the Colts. Who else? I rooted for Tampa Bay once Tom Brady moved there. I mean, guys, I am so terrible. Could root for the Green Bay Packers because, like, cold weather. Obviously, there's nowhere around here to root for. I guess Seattle would probably be the closest team, or Denver. Not real sure. Like, Denver is like a 2-day drive from here, and Seattle probably is too. So I've made the drive here from Denver. I've never made the drive from Seattle. So I lived in Dallas too. I could be a Dallas Cowboys fan. I didn't live in Dallas. I lived in the DFW area, but like up here, I usually have gotten in the habit of just telling people I moved here from Dallas because it's just easy for them to know the big city, and then they don't have to ask questions about it. But yeah, I never was even in Dallas. Like, I never, when I lived in that area, I never became a Dallas Cowboys fan. So yeah, let me know if you have a team, let me know who your team is. And tell me why I should root for them. Or tell me, don't root for my team because you're the worst Fairweather fan ever, and that would be fine too. I would be completely fine with that. Ooh, so this AB looks good. I like Dreamer Designs ABs. I must say. I've said that before. Uh-oh, I lost one. I said that before on this channel, but it rings true. This is a super confetti heavy kit at the bottom, and I think that's why it's taking me so long. At the top, it's not in the sky so much, although there are a couple trees, and those are always confetti heavy. But I have got to move on from this kit. Like, I have kitted up with you a moment on memory lane, and I said, oh yeah, maybe I'll start it. I haven't started it. And a moment on memory lane is not small, so I need to put in some diamond painting hours, y'all. Today, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'm going to try to spend like 4 hours a day diamond painting. Once I get to like 75% done, I usually get obsessed and can't stop working on it, but I am not there yet. I'm not obsessed with this kit. So I need to get myself there. I'm enjoying these, like, I don't know what you call them, parts of the bridge. These little statues. And then, like, I think this is like the Pantheon, maybe, where Napoleon's buried. If that's what it is, I've been there and it was super cool. But I'm liking this part. The bottom was a lot, though. With the bridge and the, like, boats and the flowers and the patio. It was a lot. So it took a long time. But I feel like, especially when I fill in some like this high, I feel like I'm making progress. Even though, you know, from here up, I haven't done anything. It makes me feel like, okay, well, I've started to get into the last maybe third of this diamond painting. All right, ABs, cooperate. You're not going to cooperate. Okay, but yeah, I am going to leave this WIP and Chat here, I think, on this final AB, because I think that's about all I have to talk about today. So I hope you all have a great week, or having a great week so far. And I look forward to seeing you back here on Saturday for another video. Please like, subscribe, share. We've had some new subscribers lately, so welcome. Happy to have you. And yeah, I will look forward to seeing you again on Saturday and then again on Wednesday. And until then, happy diamond painting, everyone.